Well, hello. Welcome. Hi, Shard. Welcome. Today we've got some more arena here. I don't know how long this is going to hold out, as long as my wild cards hold out. That's basically it. It turns out that once you fall behind on arena, the economy is so shit, you can never catch up again. So I've got like 3 or 4 decks in me before this runs out, but we'll do it anyway. But that's why I also wanted to go with limited decks and, focus on getting one good and maybe actually look like I'm skilled in a deck once in a while. That was kind of the idea. Maybe look like I'm not absolute total bad. Anyways, starting soon? Yes, we're starting soon. Like, now. Anyway. I totally didn't forget that. You didn't see a thing. No, literally, you didn't see anything. Anyway, so I wanted to go with a kind of Golgari deck, but just a couple things felt like they were missing. It's like nothing really impressive showed up since like last I played, except for like this guy, like which is like the Collie Toss. I click on the game and there we go. And now we get the overhead. It's like the Collie Toss that happens to exist, and like, all right, this is cool. So you get Collie Toss for 1 mana rather than 4. All right, that's pretty good for that kind of thing. And then I was like, well, what else is there out there? And so I went into blue and realized that the best thieving magpie of ever was in there. So I was like, all right, cool. Best thieving magpie ever it is. Beyond that, Toski, Joriel, we're running this kind of combination to make a bunch of cat tokens, because making a bunch of cat tokens, then attacking with the squirrel, it's pretty cool. A couple extra card draws in Cheville. Not a major player in this, just kind of a little extra bonus points. And then, Thoughtseize, Inquisition, Fatal Push, and I've thrown in Infernal Grasp as that card that I was looking for with generic removal, and that was exactly what it was. Heirloom Mirror, it's an interesting one where it gets rid of the garbage cards, but then makes a 4/4, so I'm like, hell yeah. And then Relic Progenitus, I mean, that's just... We're going to play some best of ones for a little while. I don't know what the Graveyard Presence is for now, but a Relic definitely cycles itself through. You ran into an Orzhov Lures Zombies deck in the Mythic Historic Ranks, though they lost. Not sure if that's playable. Orzhov is my Artisan version that I always ran, and it was unstoppable in Artisan and Pauper. Like, completely unstoppable. You just play it and you just destroy them. But because most of the cards are, like, they overlap very heavily into that format. So that's where I found that its strength is. And I've been always trying to get it into the proper formats, but just couldn't get it done. Anyway, so, other interaction, Brazen Borrower. I had a counterspell, but then I realized I was like, you don't put Hand Hate and counterspells in the same spot, so slap in a little bit of bounce instead. And, it's a little bit of beatdown to go in with Toski as well, so no big deal there. Bunch of lands, none of the slow lands because nobody can afford that. Deck's named no opponents because the very first thing I went about 5 matches with no opponents, had to restart the game to get opponents again. So that's where that went. Anyway, we're going to test it out in the play queue, see how it even remotely plays. It plays. I can say that, but maybe we'll learn a few things here before we put it into ranked queue. Okay, opponents on the play. We got some looter stuff, but not much in the interaction. Cheville can hold off a creature or two or something like that easily. So, I mean, we can work with it. It's fine. And having a relic is potentially an instant win versus any graveyard deck on turn 1. Our opponent still deciding if they want to actually be part of this match. It's a little bit slow. If it were just like if it were against elves, it would probably be a chunk slow, but whatever. That said, we are up against Teamer Get Thoughtseized. okay. If that's the case, what's the nasty one? They're all kind of nasty. Let's start with Elder Gargaroth for now. So our opponent's just greed.deck. This is going to do nothing, but I mean, they'd have to sorcery speed their shit, so fuck it. We'll get a relic whenever it's convenient, but otherwise, you know, we'll do whatever we do. Sure. That's not bad. We'll play Relic for now because their next play is the Binding of the Old Gods, and so Relic is probably just a little bit more appropriate here. We can double up and go boom boom. We'll see. I'm assuming that it's just pure greed.deck anyway. Let's play Cheville. Let's just double down on this. Elspeth's Nightmare. Lovely. So they just have even more removal. I'm really not a fan of your deck at all, opponent. You know what? I really don't like these excessive removal decks. I just don't. So I'm going to slow your ass down with a Relic. See if you can deal with Toski. Sure. Whatever. Keep them limited. Anyway. Send in! More cards. Play this one. Fatal Push is not going to help much here, so we'll try and get something a little more valuable. It's just big beef. Big, fat fucking creatures. That's all they got. I'm gonna play some more tap lands. Okay. Send our Toski in. Get some options. Drop off a Watery Grave. Brazen Bulwark's not a half bad pick. Because that'll just totally, like, fuck with them in every way for now. For a little bit. I'm going to slap this one down, but I'm not going to activate it. Because we can just simply bounce their shit and slow them down for a turn. This shit's real fucking fat. Okay. Sure. Couple birds go swinging in. No problem. Alright, way too much removal though. Inquisition's not very good. We're going to cycle that off. Okay, a little bit too much damage coming our way, sadly. So, can't do much about that. Cycle through and hopefully get something a little bit more valuable. It's not very valuable! Okay, hanging on to the blue card. I don't really want to throw Shockland down right now. Gargroth once again shows up. Fatal Push is just not doing the job. Yeah. Stop with the Inquisitions, though. My opponent is not playing anything that a Eternal format would ever play, so, you know, whatever. Okay! We're at 4. Botanical Sanctum. Yeah, not really. Alright, now I'll play this. It's fine. We don't have much left to us right now. Barely hanging in there. Big fat chonkers that I cannot get rid of. Because all I'm looking for is a fucking Thoughtseize. Well, which... Oh, it's all even? Sure. Alright, well, whatever. As I said, too much removal than is natural. Isn't a match you can afford to go long? Yeah, I could see that it's absolutely pure greed in there. And board wipes. Pure greed and board wipes. The standard, I can make a deck. Look at me, I'm really good at it. And then you go and you play in like an actual ranked queue and you're just like, yeah, none of that shit exists. Yeah, that's absolute pure greed. Yeah, it's not even, I look at those decks and I roll my eyes because one sideboard card just fucking shits on them. That's how those decks work. It's like, I could probably go find a sideboard card. I don't know what it is, but I could probably find it. 5 seconds, and their deck just fucking gets neutered. I'll figure it out, whatever it is. But yeah, I have zero respect for those greedy removal piles. Bad first game to start with, but yeah. Alright, well. This has cards in it, I guess. Oh, Blooming Marsh, that's a little easier to use. Blooming Marsh, that's a little easier to use. Our opponent did not have a turn 1 play, which says something. Yeah, that their turn 2 play is not even existent either. But they get to start on turn 3. They did decently in best of 3 too, though that was in standard. You can't play 7 mana spells in best of 3 and not have somebody absolutely kick you in the balls for it. That deck becomes good, then counterspells become good. That's just how it goes. There's only so far you can go greedy. And if counterspells become good, then aggro becomes good. And then there's that cycle again. And then aggro's good enough to beat that deck too. So then that deck just, like I said, that deck gets kicked in the balls by any remotely fast deck. Anyways, we have a lot of games on the draw, I'll say. This is 3 on the draw for 3. We've got some cards that exist, I guess. This guy is Menace Lifelink. My opponent plays a card, I guess. I'll play Valentine. It's fine. Okay. Zomberts. Sends in. Let it happen. So creatures dying don't trigger, but that's an ETB Corpse Knight. Swing for 1. So I intend to just bounce Brazen Borrower, call it a day on this one. Creatures don't die, so Doom Descender is just gonna do nothing, mostly. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. But we're dealing with a mild beatdown right now. So I don't see the relic being immediate. I just want to avoid shocklands if I can, just a little bit, but I mean that's not happening quite yet. How would I go about this? Get a Brazen Borrower and start clocking them in the air? Yeah, probably. Okay, Corpse Knight comes back out. Doom Descender once again. Needs something with a bit of toughness to it, but, you know, we'll get there. Alright. Toski, you say? Toski's not bad. Okay. I can replace the Valentine, or I can open up Relic for a draw card. But, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to get Jor-El to work right now. Swing. That's Menace, dude. Knock out a Doom Descender. My opponent wants to have nothing to do with it. He doesn't want his dead shit to die. Alright, well, I didn't know he was that chicken shit on it, so let's just drop a big fatty then. The Doom Descender I never classed in the zombie territory. It just doesn't work. Never, ever, ever worked. It was super clunky. Hey, how's it go? Shambling Gas comes swinging in. Only Shambling Gas comes swinging in. Never mind, Doom Descenders. I mean... just trying to convert that to a 2-2? Fine. He doesn't get death triggers, so screw him. Now he recognizes Valentine as a threat. He's onto it now. Cast never. Alright, now we relic them. I could still make this attack just fine, right? Yeah. Yeah. Send it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's get our bear. Hand's been lining up decently. It's not perfect, but it'll definitely do. I'm not complaining 100% on this. It's definitely fine. Shambling Gas just don't do anything. Now he has to have a instant speed kill spell. If they do, we'll see. Okay, Innocatcher's name exists. I'm still glad I blocked. Toski. Not bad. What you gonna do, buddy? What you gonna do? So we can just replace the Doom Descender here. Kill the Corpse Knight. It's a pretty bad attack, but... I mean, it was okay, but not great. Get our Cheville down. Swing in, draw 3 cards. Slap this down. We'll have it soon, but I mean, when I untap, I would rather have the Fatal Push open right now. He's getting exiled instead of dying cuts off a lot of their deck. Absolutely. Helm of the Host because, whatever. What works better than a bunch of little creatures? A bunch more little creatures. Well, not a bunch more, but just one more little creature. For 9 fucking mana. My opponent did not have removal as an encounter in their mind. Wanted on lore type effect. The ETB zombie as well. Yeah, I mean, globally, yes, I suppose the ETB zombie is also like, you know, the lord effect as well. But yeah, globally, that looks like what they were certainly doing. Wow! 4 for 4! On the draw! These games are so easy. All you have to do is bring Inquisition to Kozilek. Best fucking card in the format, I guess. 2 free wins of our 4 freaking on the draws. Death and Taxes have been crushing people in Standard. Is it more of a lockout or an aggro? I have no bearing on this one, so just kind of getting the idea how I would picture Death and Taxes. Because I've seen both. As you said before in play queues, a deck with just 4 each of hand disruption probably have a decent win rate. Yes, I agree. We have no blue mana. Again, this is 5 games on the draw. I would like to point out we are still there right now. What you got? An Isolate? Well, my opponent can't figure out what to do with their deck. They brought it, but they don't know how to play it yet. Griffin Airy. Alright, I guess. Thoughtseize is interesting, but probably not the route I'm up for right now. We'll set down this. They can gain 3 life, so be it. We need our blue mana. Johnny's Pride Mate, not exactly valuable. Blooming Marsh. Again, absolutely nothing of value here for us. Take a look. What's your surprise? Pacifisms, runes, Adeline. This is some powerful stuff here. Rune of Sustenance can create a scenario that's going to kind of suck for us. Yeah. That creates the lifelink. Adeline is also threatening in its own sense as well, but we can probably manage what it spits out. If we had the blue mana, I would not care about Rune of Sustenance, because we could just simply bounce. We're just going to play Relic, draw a card, so Jor-El works. And maybe we'll actually find a blue. Oh, that's fucking sweet! What's their hand? Can they handle that? Not really. Alright, cool. Their pacifism's not valuable here. Everything has 1 and 2 power. Adeline shows up. Now we can remove Adeline to an extent. Let's force that combat trick out of their hand. Actually, let's let them make a choice. What do you want to do? Pacifism going away sounds pretty good. So Adeline's going to be slightly difficult, but we can just do the reactive fatal push for now. It's just how we'll have to take it for now. Then when we get Toski down, we're probably fine. But for now, like, we're kind of stuck. Just, we have to adapt without blue mana. Just vigilance that you got? Alright, block. Okay. That deals with that. Now we get a Toski down. Nope, Toski. Toski will block those 1/1s for at least a turn, no problem. Angel, who gives a shit? Yeah, alright. Control their hand a little bit. Do you want to block? Blow up a 1/1? They absolutely do. So that's one less 1/1 we have to deal with. Angel of Vitality again. Land. Gotta love those kind of remarks, I suppose. Yeah. What's this thing do? 25 or more life? Okay, I'll hover over my hand a little bit. I got tricks. Fucking hit you. What are you gonna do? Whatever. It's okay, I'm just gonna let the turn go. I'm gonna just flash in either Brazen Forward to kill it or yeah. Miss those kind of snarks? Okay. Come on! Put it on the Angel! Hell yeah! Oh, trust me, that was basically my #1 plan is I'm going to bounce this. But if I could just simply block it, then we're cool. Like, yeah, it doesn't actually like gain life itself. This does nothing. Okay, going to deny me that card. They're going to be a while getting that Angel out, so we'll put save that Sven down. Second card? Yeah, they don't have a life gain deck. They have a random shit go deck. So they have a pacifism. They're trying to figure out which one they want to go for. Or a revitalize. Doesn't matter. Fine. Okay. Jam one of these, jam one of these. Did you have to use my blue? I guess you did. Yeah, whatever. Here, make a choice. Your tax deck runs Paladin class, Thalia, Redain, Spellbinder to tax. I know half of them at least. 6 of the 3 mana apparition type creatures. I'm going to assume I know which ones you're talking about. Anyway. Just because this is fun to do. Carry on! Sure. What does this card even do? Vigilance? Whatever. That's pretty good. Okay, so either way I do this, I draw 500 trillion cards. And I can drop the Brazen Borrower in the process. Not today. Okay, so not bad. We're probably kind of at the point where we're going to win, though, like real fucking soon. Okay, so we're just going to crack Relic. Get an extra card in our hand. Or we're down. Swing in. Cat. Do something. You do know that Jor-El actually does an effect, right, buddy? Because Jor-El does an effect, and it's going to win. Alright. That's why Jor-El's in the deck. That is exactly why Jor-El's in the deck. Turn them all into 4/4s. They did not know it had effect. You wouldn't believe how many times that I've had that go off. Like, a majority of the time, if I have that opening window, people will treat it as if it's a normal combat. They lost no matter what they did? Yes, but it does have an effect. Their deck is, it has a very, very distinct... Holy shit, we're on the play, we're gonna lose. Isn't that how it works? Alright, so we'll go with Watery Grave to open up that, and I guess we'll get an Inquisition started here. What are we working with here? Holy fuck, all the removal on the planet. Well, let's at least get rid of the Knights, so they have nothing to play. That said, I could have gotten rid of... I can't get rid of the one thing I want to get rid of. That's way too much removal. Once again, just way too much removal. Yeah, we drew a second Infernal Grasp as soon as I get rid of their creature, so fun. So, that's well, I mean, yeah, whatever. Here, have this one too. Sadly, I didn't draw a land. Still haven't drawn a land. That'll get rid of those Infernal Grasps, at least. Need to be off for a while? Well, I mean, during your time, sure, you probably have evening shit to do, so. Alright, take care! See you later. Okay, yeah. Drop the Infernal Grass. They have nothing to do. They have 0 threats to bring to the table. Okay. I'm gonna move on. This is a mana screw and they're just a removal pile. Two factors I don't want to be involved in this game for. There's no information to ever get from a mana screw. We're trying to learn what's not helping the deck. Blue mana seems to be tight. I keep adding more blue sources, but it's generally tight at all times, no matter what. Just trying to figure that one out. I mean, I can add a Triome, maybe 2. Prefer 1. Hello, Tristan. Welcome. Okay, so, it's the standard opener nonsense here. I guess we'll do a Botanical Sanctum into a Relic and see if the opponent immediately concedes. Playing Scrylands, so that seems to already be a greedy deck that we're potentially up against. Just gonna play Jurel for now. Since we have secondary Jurel, I'm not really worried about it. Holy fuck at your pile! So randomshit.go .deck Heartless Act, yep. So they've taken the time to make it all Heartless Acts. I mean, we can do this all day. Multi-target. So you got a 3-mana board wipe in your 200,000 pile? What in the fuck is this? Definitely something I haven't seen before. Standard 3-1, 3-1 Vigilance. Ooh, upgrade. Okay, it's one of those critters. Sure. That's actually pretty good. The fuck is this? Something gets lifelink, Skyclave Relic, Cleansing Nova. I'll take the Nova away from you, I guess. I guess we can send this one in. They can blow it up with the Ghast if they really want to. So I figured their deck has 200 trillion board wipes. Might as well get rid of the one for now and hope that it takes them a while to get to the next one. So now they have nothing. Drop a relic. Yep. Then the equipment. And the Gift of the States is a dead card, correct? Yep. Okay. We were at 73% shuffle, said F you, and Flood screwed me like 6 out of 10 games. I'm feeling it. Now it's at 69%. Well, at least there's winning. What did this thing do? Oh, it's a learn, and you're getting a bunch of tokens. Well, luckily for me, you don't have any tokens. Probably about one of those times where we could definitely use a Toski. Anyway. +1/+1 lifelink, sure. I mean, this is pretty easy. I was just thinking, maybe I should bounce the Skyclave Relic in case that was a Wrath bait. But, whatever. Not valuable enough. Anyways, send in. None of the Thoughtseize. Keeping them well under control from whatever shenanigans they're doing. They got some tricks or something. I don't know. That's a sorcery, so it's an instant of some sort. Let's see what it is. Hive of the Eye Tyrant is the land. Okay, whatever this does, it's a mainland of some sort that I don't give a shit about. Sure. So Gift of State's gone. Now we can just play our land freely, I guess. That's the turn. Not really getting a lot of damage in on them, though, sadly. Beginning of your end step, mana value 1. Do you have a mana? Oh, you do. Okay. Okay. Thinking. Swing. This is a Jor-El moment right now. Make your treasure token now. And that's how we get past the gas today and probably next week too. The gas is just an infinite blocker, no big deal. Unless they have an alternative plan in mind, like top decking a board wipe or whatever. Single target removal ain't gonna cut it. What's this thing do? Simply just gain life. Okay, that works. Okay. So they get their critter back. Play Jor-El. And if they want to blow up the Brazen Borer, that's probably fine, because I'm going to just Toski their sorry ass. Screw this. You're going to get all of this. Yeah, enjoy these. It's going to get the damage in one way or the other. And I'm going to draw cards. I guess they could take out Toski. But they're kind of on the ropes here and need to buy time. Alright, land. So now they've got a thing. Comes a 3/3 that does what? Becomes a 4/4. Menace. 4/4 Menace lifelink. I don't think you understand how this is going to go, buddy. Okay, that's going to go like that. But it's going to also go like this. Okay, that was a reasonable amount of damage that I have to slightly respect. But anyways. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I was getting lethal either way. Well, I might have. Actually, I would have. If I didn't bounce that, okay. If I didn't bounce it, I might have. Yeah, totally. Okay, so bouncing it was the bad thing. Just attacking was the good thing. But intimidating your opponent into conceding was also working. Lesson learned. Okay, the first couple of games where blue was hard to come by hasn't come up again. But it's something that I'm just going to keep in the back of my mind anyway. It's one of the learning things here. This deck seems to kind of be holding steady. The removal piles are the tough ones, where they're just like 99% removal spells and like one really, really shitty kill spell in there somewhere, and you don't want to wait for it. Okay. Let's start with a relic and see if they concede. Black mana says that I want to probably hold out on Jarell for a moment. I don't know what their hand contains, so it is what it is. You won't be having none of that today, by the way, opponent. If you were thinking that, you're definitely getting none of that. That's blue, that's black. I guess we can get this blue off. Do I want to trigger Jarell now? Relic may be valuable if I see a Cathartic Reunion. I'm considering Brazen Borrower, either balance or play, as a higher priority. Okay. They're gonna feel real shit for using Erebos' intervention, I'll like to add. But Toski's also kind of in danger zone. We'll take the Toski risk here. Let's give ourselves double green. He'll replace himself anyway. Push. Don't know about the value of push here. Now we have two ways to activate Jarell. Okay, so they're after Relic. Through and through. They definitely want their graveyard. Let's put down a team and start drawing a shitload of cards at least. That was real good. Let's have a little control over this. Two Languishes, Bantu's Last Reckoning, Erebos' Intervention. Fuck this game. Too much goddamn removal. Fuck you, I'm out. I'm not here for an hour. Thanks. You might be here for an hour, but you're gonna fucking play for an hour against the next guy. Fuck that nonsense. My life is valuable, yours is clearly not. Holy crap. If there's a deck that I will immediately walk away from, it is ones like that. And I played, like, last week, I played through one of those decks, and it came down to nearly decking after, like, an hour. And I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat was bored as well. So, yeah, no, we'll walk away. Yeah. On the play, we got some stuff. Let's see what our opponent's playing. This weird Abiding Grace crap. Rid of Innkeep, I guess. Play Chevelle, I guess. I don't think anything really makes a difference here. The cards seem to do something, I'm just not sure what. Swing in. Play some Jarell. We'll have a hell of a Toski if they're not fast. Yeah, they're not very fast. Okay. And Heliod's not a problem right now. We can Brazen Borrower it in the future and definitely clean up whatever damage he does. That's a very good way to clean up the damage he does by just making sure he's gone. Toski's here. Okay. I cannot kill Toski. Everything's indestructible, sadly, but oh well. We're super heavy blue today. Okay. Alright, well, I guess we'll just swing in. Like, whatever. That'll block the cat. Okay. Heirloom Mirror, interesting. We'll see what they play. We'll see what they play. We'll just get some Brazen Borrower in the air or some nonsense like that. Yeah, sure. Sure. Block Toski. Gain 1 life. Congratulations. Alright. So I play that, get the token on that, draw the card off Cheville when we Fatal Push it. Tricks! I can't remember the Welcoming Vampire. I think I know what it is, but yeah. I'm glad to be able to tear that deck apart. Life Gain is always my target. It's the most popular deck floating around, so you might as well just take it out first. And then, you know, just put the others in line. This is what I have done to your god! then, you know, then the rest of the decks will fear you. Always like taking that deck out first, though. There's a ton of catharsis involved in taking out the Life Gain deck. This is why I play these decks. That's why I love these mid-range decks, is try and take out the Life Gain deck first. It's a free Mentor of the Meek, but once a turn. Okay. Well, that's all right. Free is the best way to go. Okay, so we got some cards. Ooh, spinny top. Whee! Utsies, you have. Let's take away their good one. They have Bajuka Bog in their graveyard deck. It seems to be... I have no idea what the deal is there. So we need a land. And things will go off just fine based on what we have. We can ignore this Death Toucher. We did not get a land. So the idea being that we Jor-El, then we get a land and we heirloom mirror loot, and that'll give us our token. But we do need a land, and they can get their 1 damage. Congratulations. Alright, well, I guess we'll swing in. So we definitely need to get that to go off, otherwise Chupacabra is going to eventually take us out. Yeah, sure. Enjoy that bog. Eliminate. Okay. Oh, we did get our card. Cool. Valentine is actually a nice pickup for this whole strategy. See how they play. Turns into a big fatty eventually, so this long game, although we're kind of draining our health a little bit, long game will go. Opponent is stuck. They don't know exactly what to do. I'm going to just no blocks this. Kind of thing where you want a Valentine out first. So, anyway. Let's see what you got. I don't want any of these. That Massacre Girl is frightening, though. Whatever, this is the mana efficient one. I'll take that out. Drop the Infernal Grass, I guess? I don't know. That's not helping. Alright, I'm going to play Valentine anyway. It is what it is. Massacre Girl exists, and whatever. Could have kept the cards appropriate to it. They're going to take out Valentine. So their entire thing is graveyard shenanigans, and if I find a Relic Progenitus, then their entire deck shuts off. Okay, Chupacabra. Takes out Jor-El, sure. Setting in the cats. Actually, well, if they draw the last card, Jor-El actually gets screwed hard. Alright. There's our land. Eventually showed up. I found it. Okay, the thing goes away. Gains life. Little bit poop, but whatever. Toski's not helping against Massacre Girl. I could have kept the removal spell. That's probably a thing. I didn't see it going this far. I didn't expect my mana to absolutely just take a dump on me. But it did. Opponent's top deck. God, no, their hand was fine. It's just their hand did functional things. Ours did not. I could have held out, but I was holding out for a losing strategy. I was trying to go for a winning strategy, and it just didn't pan out. Okay, I don't want to deal with you anymore. I disrespect that card. That is not a good card, in my personal opinion. And I'm not going to have to deal with their shenanigans anymore. Thank you. We had a tough game, and our opponent win-moored us. That's why I left. It turned out that I don't have to deal with their shit. I can just leave. Alright, anyways, 25 seconds. Apparently all the players of Arena are gone. They no longer exist. Everyone left. Good on them. Good. Get out of that relationship. But that said, get us a match, please. It seems like the removal decks are the ones that are kicking our ass. Straight up. Like, that's just what it is. I'm going to go with the green locking in the blue for the next one. The Spalen is challenging, to say the least. Oh, look, more blue-black crap. Guess I'll go with Heirloom Mirror then. Never mind, I won't. We'll go with Jarell. Because I have no black mana this time. Yeah, at least a Triome, then. Yes, of course you have Eliminate. Okay, well. That is an Heirloom Mirror. Okay, that's a whole lot of nothing. Okay. Alright, whatever. We're draw cards theme. What is your shenanigans? Are you just a removal pile as usual? Jesus Christ, fuck that. We're gonna run into those decks all fucking day, forget it. Fuck that. I'm not dealing with the decks that have 7 cards and no plays. Yes, I get it. This deck has a weakness and it's those decks. Okay. So our sideboard is something more resilient to deal with their removal piles. So get some resilient cards. So the landfall 3/1 that comes from the graveyard, whatever. That's an example. Scrap Heap Scrounger, very good example as well. Just cards that keep coming back. That's how you deal with those decks. So that's my thoughts there. So that's a strong consideration for the sideboard is resilient threats. We're on the draw with this. I don't like it. I'm mulling that. Draw. No. Yes. No. Yes. Drop Valentine. It's 1, 2, 3. Yet another deck that just hates on creature decks specifically. Are we pushing into the ranked queue now? Yeah, I think so, because I see too many removal piles here, and I'm not liking it. So, let's get into a different queue of different decks, so that we just don't see that shit anymore. If we see that shit there, then I'm going to have some words. But, yeah, let's just go here. And we'll set up sideboard fairly soonish, I think. I think we need to start playing some best of threes as well. But, I mean, that's where the removal piles like to lurk, so it's hard to say. Hopefully it's a nice balance. People playing proper decks in there. Holy fucking... Okay, we're the removal pile today. I'm not really pleased with that, but sure. We have no green. I'm going to just deal with that. Okay. Oh, Valentine showed up. Valentine's going to have to be a 4-drop today, based on that information. Let's get the shock out of their hand. It's no gut reaction, that. Thrill of possibility, we'll get rid of that. I'm definitely putting this down on blue. Let's just have a little color diversity here. Yeah, I'll just set this to a 4-drop. Oh, they keep finding stuff. We need to find a relic fast. Good, good. Let the hatred run through you. Just get rid of the shock for the shock. We'll give them less spells to play with, basically. Overgrown Tomb. Pass the turn. Iteration? Sure. This is definitely one where I need some graveyard hate soonish. If they find something like a Phoenix, I guess we just leave the Phoenix out. We don't fight with it too much. Okay, so... we'll get some big fatties here. Force them to, here, go ahead, Lava Axe that, please. 2 for 1 me. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes. Crackling Drake. Okay. Oh, there's the 2 for 1 bite back. Thoughtseize. Drop the foil. Grasp the Drake. Okay. So they have all their cards they need. I guess we can play Jor-El. That'll make them take an action against us, while at least still giving us Infernal Grasp available. But we're kind of drawing the exact same cards we started with. And so there's zero diversity in whatever we're drawing here. I've got to hold. Thank you. So play Valentine. We don't have much left here, obviously. In fact, we're just dead. Yeah, never mind. I don't have what it takes. The Infernal Grass and any, yeah, I could have done Valentine, but they played their threats way too late for it to fucking matter. And I drew more hand hate, more removal, and it just kind of came way too late for anything to happen. You know, it's like that you keep the 5-lander and you draw the land every time, and that's basically what we did, only with removal spells. So that was kind of gross. We have the cards to fight that deck, no problem, easily. But, I mean, when they throw 7 removal spells against our 7 removal spells, that game went a lot longer than reasonable. Guess this is a Watery Grave start. Guess it doesn't matter too much. Oh look, Heliod. Stuff. Is there anything valuable here? Like, is this just a gigantic pile of garbage? Looks like. Let's get rid of Daxos. Let's get rid of one of the engines. Not miss Phoenix in Standard? I liked Phoenix. Okay, they're going to start with Authority. Drop a Healer's Hawk, sure. We're going to leave the Healer's Hawk, drop the Authority off. Get our 7. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. See how much they care about Authority, or if they just want to drop some shit down. Maybe they just drop some Hawks and start swinging in the air. Who knows? No, they play Authority again. The most passive play, that's how these decks play. Ridiculously passive. Alright, well, let's just fucking outdraw them then. We'll beat them up somehow. I'm just trying to figure out that somehow right now. Another Healer's Hawk. Brazen Borrower is going to have to do some work. I'm probably just going to have to swat some flies. Daunt of Vanguard's not a threat. Okay, let's see what our draw produces, because there's too many cards that come out of this. Our opponent's trying to figure out how to do Toski while tapped out. Oh, you're just you're 1 draw late. Okay. It's one of those matches where a sideboard fucking damnation of some sort would be quite valuable. It's gonna have to be Tomb or Blooming Rush. I guess one of these. A lot of damage. I can't figure out how to get in on this yet. It's a lot of little shit. And it's all lifelinking and really not helping. Okay. They're all 1-drops. Like, literally, you can cast Isolate and fucking destroy their lives. Goodbye, you Daunt of Vanguard. I don't know what the next target is. Probably a Hawk. Yeah, let's fucking take out a hawk. The lose 2 life is not helping matters, but at the rate we're going, we have to stem something somewhere. Swing. Okay. I suppose I should have played Jor-El there. That was my bad. That would have actually helped a little bit, yeah. Whoops. Alright, well, in that case, we'll just drop it anyway. Oopsie. Yes. Like tap land. Say go, probably Brazen Borrower and kill their ass next turn. Okay. Sure. Go all out, please. That's right. Okay. Authority's not helping my cause here. Alright, let's see if they're fucking gonna be stupid. Alright. I don't know if we have lethal here. I'm just kind of swing for the fences here. Mm-hmm. Our hand size is 9, so we get a 9-9 versus their fucking 10-10, by the way. They didn't block. They die. Every fucking time. Oh, nobody reads it. Nobody ever reads Jor-El. Fucking sitting with 9 cards in my hand. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Didn't think we were getting through that. But, you know, gotta take down those life gain decks every time. What are we looking at? On the draw, which means we lose, but hey, we got some critters. Let's keep them. Whee! Night of the Ebon Legion. Lovely. Well, I mean, I guess we're up against aggro today, and we have nothing to work with it. Dreadhorde Butcher, sure. Easy block. No trigger. Throw a thing out. Let's see if they're interactive. If they are, then Knight of the Ebon Legion is not hitting us for much anyway, so no big deal. Block. Sure. Easy peasy. Guess we'll get Sven out for now. Alright, I threaten to draw cards. What are you going to do, opponent? Robber the Rich, sure. You hoping to find a removal spell off my top? Inquisition? That's a pretty good timing. Break up whatever they're going to do. Let's just put a gigantic force out here. Boom. We get rid of Robber the Rich quite easily. So they have a Croxa. How do we feel about Croxa? They can't activate Croxa. And they will soon, mind you, but they can't do it yet. Let's drop Inquisition. I think it's time for Mirror. Mirror! Do you have another stomp? No? Alright. Inquisition, discarded, please. Alright, more shit. There you go. Cast down! Ah! Haha! You couldn't touch Jarell. That said, that Crocs is coming. So we gotta land our graveyard hate pretty fucking soon. I think... Cancel, actually. Why don't we just fucking Toski the shit out of them? Like, Croxa won't mean a damn thing and we can find a removal for it. Yeah, that'll work. That'll get rid of Croxa easily. And they have to get rid of like half of their graveyard of all the valuable stuff. They're going to play Bone Crusher Giant. I mean, I guess. Gonna drop Bloom Marsh, I guess. Do it fine. Draw more cards, honestly. Bone Crusher Giant, I'm not even going to bother targeting. Oh yeah, this will be easy. I think that we just sit on Brazen Borrower. So we have an Heirloom Mirror about to flip, which is an extra body in the air. Opponent's going to go with the removal plan. Resolve. Take action. Oh no. Oh, nothing? Alright then, I can accept nothing. Here's nothing. Here's literally nothing. Now, let's see. 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. All 4/4s. All 4/4s. They had no option there. We just had to make sure that that was lethal versus the alternative route. They have way too much reliance on their graveyard. The risk factors, the Crocs, just a little bit too much. Not to mention Bone Crusher Giant going into exile when you cast it rather than into the graveyard. Makes it so that the graveyard cards aren't very good. There's a little bit of tension there, and that's probably what got them. I noticed it was a big deal, and that where one bounce spell could totally cripple them at the end of the day there. It just looks like, that their deck is probably fine. They just need a little bit of balancing. I mean, that's what we're here for, is balancing as well. On the play, we have a Relic, which seems to have wrecked every deck that we're going up against. We'll see. So we'll play Relic and see what happens. Thoughtseize? Sure. Where we're going? Sure. Alright. One less card. I mean, if this opponent has a Croxa, then we want to be doing this all day. That's pretty good. Get rid of the land. You get nothing! You fetch into a swamp? How original. Allow me. So it's just another fucking removal pile. Fuck this. I'm out. I don't care if it's ranked or not. Rank doesn't mean a goddamn thing to me. It's just a separate queue as far as I give a shit. Now, same deck, and I went to this queue to avoid that deck. Luckily, I've avoided the deck a little bit more, but yeah, no. No. I'm not about that. Fuck that. When the opponent has twice as much removal in their hand as you have threats, at a certain point you just gotta go, yeah. Yeah, no, not worth it. I mean, the alternative is let them die of their own arena. So thought. It would probably be my strategy if I were to stay into that game, is just find a way to let them die of their own arena. We have no green, but obviously the first card we'll draw is green, but you know what I mean. Alright, don't be red. This hand really can't afford... Fuck! Create a treasure token. Congratulations on your treasure token. Oh, there's our green. Okay, well. So what are you up to? Yeah, we'll get rid of the Planeswalker. Looks like their Chandra deck has less Chandras in it now. Okay, so we're going to be dealing with a lot of Planeswalker shit. Chandra's Triumph are going to be a bit of a pain, but they can't touch Sven. So they're trying to ramp up to that stuff. Sure. Alright, so this is our green, and Jor-El came at an alright time to fill the curve in. They can go in Chandra's Triumph that for all we want, because that'll mean less spells that take out Sven. Most of your decks only run like 5 threats on the manland? Okay. Alternatives, yeah. I'm not a big fan of all of those. Okay, that one's down. Our opponent has 3 mana. They're going to do nothing with it. That's fine. We play Sven. Our opponent going to blow the last of their removal on Sven. 6 mana. We're going to see a 6 mana Chandra. That would fucking suck. Fuck! No! Stop! Hold up, what? So we have, like, nothing to do at all. We're gonna just burn ourselves to death because Chandra Tribal happens to show up. So, it's a sad state, but, you know, whatever. We have our double blue. Let's leave a black up for whatever reason. Maybe a blue would have been a smarter plan to leave open. Just to try and temper my opponent's plays a little bit. Sure. Alright, you know what? I'm done. Our opponent showed us enough removal spells to qualify as the excessive removal spells. They just had a few more ramp spells than normal to get it done. Yeah, everything's a removal spell. I guess we're in the bronze territory of ladder, so everything being a removal spell is just par. Because this is that hell territory where you in order to get to the decks that actually produce threats, you have to get through all the ones that have no threats. I know that if you wanted to play the meta, you can totally deal with that shit, where you can play something that's resilient to removal, or an alternative plan. Approach to the Second Sun comes to mind as a very strong category of decks that could totally tear apart those decks without even without batting an eye, and probably get you up the ladder easily. Like, if I wanted to, I would say that I would put my money on something like Approach to the Second Sun, and that would do it. Yeah, sure. So now we're on to another greed deck, and we have... Wow, that's a lot of lands, actually. That's a pretty good pickup, though. We're going to need that. Okay, so I want the blue-ish. No. Yes. Yeah, we want the blue. We'll get the heirloom mirror down. We'll get Sven down pretty quick. We're faster than them. We'll get some cards drawing. Ooh, Botanical Sanctum was a nice pickup. So we'll leave the heirloom mirror. We'll get Sven down. Falcon Seer appears. Sure. Toski's real fucking good. Alright, never mind. We're just going to draw a million cards, and we're going to show them the meaning of Value Town. Risen Reef? Yep, that'll be the one we take out. The card we want down here. We'll do one of these, and we'll Infernal Grass the Risen Reef. They left the mana open. I had to see what's up. Swing in. Draw more cards. Oh, you got a boomerang? What's your play? Lets me draw the cards. They think they're going to win Value Town. They're not. We'll play... This blocks out Fatal Push if I play Shovel. Does that threaten in any way? No, fine. Let's just play it. Let's tap out. Let's drop this Blooming Marsh, I guess, and get another Toasty, I guess. Maybe Shovel will light the way. Omnath that doesn't do anything. Sure. Targeting you. That's really good. But I think this is just go. Sure. The grasp was pretty good. That's nice timing. Let's get rid of that. Return on investment. I'll leave the flip on the Heirloom Mirror for now, since we have two good valid spells. And there we go. Value Town just learned the meaning of Value Town. People don't know how to deal with Narfi most of the time when you never hardcast them. I don't even know what Narfi is. Now I have to look it up. I have to know what you're talking about, because this sounds like an entire strategy I have no idea about. Waiting for servers. Waiting for servers. I will go to a restaurant and get my servers. There we go. You threaten their job and then they show up. Alright, well, I'm going to find out right now. Oh, I mean, mind you, the deck seems fine. Sideboard cards seem to be a good thing that we can start filtering in. I don't know what's in there. Couple more relics. Sounds smart. What did I randomly pick up? That's really, really, really bad. Like, of an effect that was already really, really, really bad. They just decided to make a worse version. Nice. Now I have to see. Coffee. Oh, when you never cast them and you just slap them, here. Yeah, okay, I can see where that's just the recurring threat that you would use. I can't use it here, but we're going to be using the exact same strategy. So I'm thinking we want... Yeah, I can totally see that now. It's been a long time, so yeah, a lot of things just... Okay, so I want a little bit of mix of these too. Varied strategies with these, so I named Skyclave something. I know other people know it better than I do, but I mean, I'm still trying to remember this shit. Skyclave Shade. So some amount of those, I'm just going to slap 2 in for now, and then Scrap Heap Scrounger. Some amount of these. So that's 4 of the initial threats. Anything else that's really, really sturdy is also a strong contender there. I don't know what else is a strong contender, if there's something new to the table for that. Not exactly certain. Greed decks are a bit of a problem too, just a bit, just a tiny bit. So I would consider them slightly. Those are the important cards so far. I don't have 15 cards yet because I just don't know what 15 I'm supposed to be running that actually do something. Probably something in the realm of disdainful stroke is important, and some sort of means to kill planeswalkers will probably be fine. Yeah, I would go in that territory with it. At least a disdainful stroke. Probably some negates. Or spell pierces. Negates. We go long, so negates is important. So. And then. Well, I mean, it really doesn't matter if it's best of 3. We don't have any of that stuff, sure. I know you can cycle that stuff around. I see that they amended the sideboard for best of 1 to be 7 cards. So my thoughts there. I want something proactive. That's why I want like Scrap Heap Scrounge or Skyclave Shade. Some sort of proactive way to deal with the removal decks. And if I can find a proactive answer to any of these, then certainly that's what I would like to take. Planeswalker decks are excessively greedy. And also there's... Oh, we need a board wipe as well. Probably like a... Don't think a Bantu's Last Reckoning is what I have on my mind, because we can fight back. Probably just a Languish is sufficient to deal with the Indestructibles and so on like that. So a Languish or 2, probably smart to have. Wherever it is, it's in. Fine, I'll type it. So a couple Languish. Obviously, you know, when we get up to 15 cards, it starts getting a little more nitpicky on whether or not we want 1 or 2. Bloodchief's Thirst is an interesting tactic for just simply getting rid of planeswalkers all on their own, while still being flexible. I think that's probably flexible enough. But it is 4 mana versus... I'm thinking the Knight. The Adventure Knight. Ugh. When you just can't remember. Murderous Rider. Yeah. So if we're a little more Planeswalker heavy, then we'll slap those in there. Those will do. I'm happy with Infernal Grasp. It covers like most things, barely. But in those matchups, you can easily turn Infernal Grasp into Murderous Rider without breaking a sweat and call that one good. It'd be interesting if I could get Languish, or instead of Languish, I could do something else. This is about as far as I've got so far. So 13 cards. Something else probably not coming to mind. Maybe something green. Permission decks I don't see to be a problem. I mean, we're pretty low enough to the ground, and hand hate will generally cover most things. So permission decks is not my problem. Although duress can happen. I think that we're probably just going too deep if we attempt to fight a permission deck. We're probably not in that territory. Because yeah, they would they would hate, like those particular ones I'm thinking of. They would hate Fatal Push and Infernal Grasp and those interactive spells. Meanwhile, we have all these other threats that counteract their shit, drop our Umbres and Borrowers, and so on and so forth. We can fight their level without breaking a sweat. I'm not worried about permission decks. After that, it's probably some sort of combo deck that I need to nullify. So probably some sort of artifact that would be smart there. But I haven't run into it yet, so I don't know what it is. So, but I mean, we have Relic as one option, and then beyond Relic, we have... what is it? What is it? A lot of the 2-mana ones. Dampening Sphere is kind of what I have in mind, you know, in case there's something stormy that I'm not aware of. We'll take a look through it. Anyway, that's not complete yet. That's why we keep playing some games. We keep finding out what's out there. Set up a best of 3 deck. Anyway, we'll play a little while longer, but right now I'm feeling just slightly unwell. Nothing to be concerned about. Don't worry about it. Just, you know, standard kind of not feeling 100% sort of day. But, you know, it might be that thing where I might have to at least turn it off and not, like, overuse my energy. So be aware that the stream may end, like, shortly if I feel like it's a bit much. Holy fucking Lucky Clover, goodbye. Actually, we should probably just go with the pathway. Pass the turn. That's fine. We are going to lose a lot of life to those giants, which is my main concern here. Big time concern on that. I guess we'll play another relic. Fuck. Alright, well, whatever. Okay, that's good. Foretell. They're doing absolutely fuck all with their lives. Cool. Alright, well, whatever. Get Cheville out there. More foretelling. Swing with Cheville. You gonna activate? Got him. I got my cat out of it at least. More foretelling. Are you telling me that's 3 fucking epiphanies? Alright. I would like to have a few words about what the fuck is going on with our shit right now. It's too hard to and awkward to set up Fatal Push, so I'd rather just do it that way. It's been really awkward dealing with Fatal Push, so since all their stuff is exactly 3, I have to go through a hoop every single time. Escape to the Wilds, lovely. Well, they've cast most of their adventures, so let's see what happens. Anyways. Okay, the Flood is real. Like, if I Inquisition you... You have literally no fucking cards? Fuck this. Whatever. Like I'm supposed to know they have no cards in their hand with that fucking mess. Fucking sort your cards properly, game. I was having no fun there, by the way. None of it. That deck is obnoxious. And I'm still dumbfounded that they haven't made a card that specifically said cards can't be played from exile. Full stop. just like a 1-mana artifact. Full cards can't be played from exile. That would fit in every sideboard just as every other piece. That is all they need. And that would stop like so many shenanigans. It would stop so many combo decks. Full stop. Cards can't be played from exile. Done. That's all you have to do. 1 or 2 mana. Call it a day. And that sounds like an entirely realistic card. I'm not talking something stupid. Our opponent. Mulling. With Thoughtseizes in hand, that's pretty good. Done that before. Yeah, not a hand. That was totally not the hand. Like, anyways, there. I've mulled off. Let's see if we can get a free win out of this. Oh my fucking lord! All right. Well, we'll get rid of the command. Anything that helps their card advantage. I'm just gonna play Jarell. They can 1-for-1 with this card, as far as I care. That's actually pretty good, and it doesn't. Yeah, that's not a problem. That negates their fucking Clarion, absolutely. We'll put the Thoughtseize in here real soon. I have a feeling like this is just yet another greed dot deck, so a bit of issues here. Let's Inquisition one of them away. Despark doesn't affect us. Deafening Clarion mildly affects us. Take out the Clarion, and then we're going to play this, and this, and you can get rid of Niv-Mizzet Reborn. And we'll play this. And now we're going to run away with you. So, like a 2/2 Crisis? Sure. Alright, exile card. Alright. Send this in versus the Crisis. Jarell is totally fine here. You gonna trade? No? Alright. So we're gonna run away with this, mostly. Pass the turn. Okay. No Crisis for you? Sure. They're gonna send. They're not gonna send. They're gonna send. They're not gonna send. I'm gonna draw a card. Let's get Jarell online. Okay. Dead. Dead. Jarell is just so ridiculously explosive. I love that card. You gotta get the right deck for it. Yes. This is fine by that means. I was considering in a couple slots whether or not I just want to throw like an Opt or something like that just to like force 1 mana draw card. Not sure on that one. Unlikely. I think that would be leaning into Jarell a little bit too hard. So, hard to say there. Deck's holding out fine. I do like the options. Consider... No, I shouldn't do that. I was thinking about Rise of the Dreadmarn, but that's probably digging deep into the resilience category. On the play, we've got a Cheville... Jarell Inquisition. Holy mother of... Okay, we'll start with Watery Grave Inquisition. There's going to be some shocklands going on here. Our opponent! 7 minus number of cards... No. Yeah, whatever. They literally can't do anything about me, huh? Set this down. If we manage a scenario like we draw a Fatal Push off of that Elderfang or whatever it is, so how do I want to play this? They tapped out, which means I get to keep Sven. Which means I drop Inquisition, because the hand-hate battle I really don't want to deal with. Alright, swing. You gonna deal with one? You gonna let me draw a card? No? Alright then. Sven it is. How's that counterspell working? That's why I took the counterspells out of my deck. That's pretty good. Unless this, unless they pay 3. Alright, well, just fucking whatever. Old and strong. I will pay that 3 just to fuck with you. You either tap out or I'm getting that 3. Let's double down on that while we're here and just like drop a Jor-El. Here, have this. Get wrecked! Do you Black Friday shop or not? Hard to say. Can't counter Toski? Oh yeah! I forgot about that part. Because it's never come up. Draw a card. Your discard deck ain't discarding well. That said, I'm a little concerned about like a board wipe soon. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Something's happening. They're definitely thinking through something that worries me. Oh, it's an extinction event and they're checking the odd evens. No, it's whatever the fuck this thing is. You know what? It don't fucking matter. Mine. How's that discard deck going over there? Discard is so bad. Mind Player, back out. Get Sven. Target Mind Player. Thought sees ya. Whatever this card is. Mine. I bet you I could have killed him otherwise properly. That's a lot of lands. Just saying. Alright, Botanical Sanctum down, whatever. End the turn. That. Your discard deck. I'm discarding the hand size versus your discard deck, opponent. Just saying. Even if they draw a board wipe right now. Okay. Float doesn't even work. Because we discarded the hand size. Yeah. They just didn't give discard proper support. There's just too many value cards out there. Power creep has destroyed discard by default. So you can't play it. It's just not a playable deck. Like, play discard as part of whatever you're doing, but don't play a discard deck. Discard is good. A discard deck is not. That was an entertaining removal spell anyway. May want Reliquary Tower or Wizard class. We're not really there. Like, I know that the first time that you discard the hand size, people ask for Reliquary Tower. It's not really important. It really isn't. Usually, if we're in the scenario where we want that, we've won. Or we're so close. In that particular scenario, if they had drawn a board wipe and killed every creature, we still had a Brazen Blower to cast at end step. So, but anyway, it goes, like, they were pretty fucked. And I believe all black draw spells would have killed them as well. So, there's that too. Our opponent has failed to connect. Either our opponent's failed to connect or Arena's failed to connect to our opponent. Or we have failed to connect to either. I mean, who knows? Alright, here we are. It's a mild hand at best. So, we can Inquisition, Jarell, Heirloom Mirror, and that's pretty much where it goes. Heirloom Mirror's been fine, but I'm not sure if I want to go with 3. I may want to drop it down to 2 and put something else valuable in there. Something different is kind of what I'm coming to my mind with. I kind of want... Is it Clearwater Path? No, we'll go with Watery Grave in case the blue does show up. Inquisition. Nope, I'm not here for 10 hours, thanks. Bye. Esper 1 is one of the slowest, most dirtliest pieces of crap out there. So dirtly, that deck. Just removal, removal, removal. Here's a Planeswalker that doesn't do much other than draw cards. Here's another thing that randomly draws cards, but it's not very practical and unwieldy. And then just removal after that. It's all removal after that. Seems fine. I don't know if I want to open with, Watery Grave here. You know what? We'll just leave the Watery Grave for later. It's fine. We push open if we really, really wanted to. That's pretty gross, actually, then. That's not helping. If that is the case, then I want, Shovel. What kind of deck are you? Bant. Bant, fuck all. Got it. Alright, well, Shovel's coming to smack you. What are you gonna do? Well, let's deal with your sensor, or whatever you have, and slap that down. We're gonna need some Toski lands going soon. Oh, don't tell me you're going straight into the board wipe. That's gross. It depends on if I've got the mana for it, Hasenko. We are talking about a format that I do no dirtily nonsense for. Every card's got to do something, as far as I see it. Are you fucking kidding me? Alright. Fucking Narset. Alright. Narset exists. Archmage's Charm. It's not going to do anything here. This will deal with the Narset afterwards. Let's get that card out of her. Uh-huh. Sure. Okay. One here. One here. Dead. It did see the card. Thank God for that. Pass the turn. This is yet another, the exact same deck I just ran into. Trust me, I am here basically not by a hell of a lot. What's this do? How's that settle the wreckage? Oh, are they holding up for Toski? Is that it? Now that they'll respect Jarell. I can't cast Toski on this board. Or I can cast Toski, but it ain't gonna do much. I could just leave the fucking thing and check it out later. I'll just send Cheville. Cheville's barely doing anything here. If it trades, then it trades. Fuck it, whatever. There, done. Oh yes, can't counter Toski. I keep doing that! Ah! Shadow of the Sky. Still have Toski. Inquisition. That was what I was really hoping for, is just knock them down a peg here. Counter the spell. Now you're tapped down, asshole. The last card's going to do nothing in his hand. Virtually nothing. I mean, he'll do a little bit, but he has to pay that much mana. Like, do it with 3 mana with the Archmages, or this much mana to draw 2 cards. So no issues there. Growth Spiral, okay. A lot of Dirtle, but they're also up in the upper echelons of mana where they want to be. You're gonna literally hold priority with that fucking thing? You're just holding priority because reasons. Crack the goddamn land! Inquisition. Do we play Sven? Thank God. Do we play Sven? They drew commit. So, what do you commit? They do the exact same thing, buddy. They do the exact same thing. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to tap out everything for this process, and I get first crack at discard? Okay. I get rid of 3 dead cards. He literally made me draw 3 cards in that process. Okay, swing in. Push is dead. Thoughtseize. Heirloom Mirror. This one will deal with the creatures in time. Sensors are clearly absolutely dogshit useless. I know what's in your hand! Just fucking do it! Drop push. And a relic. Get rid of Teferi, please. Okay, don't get rid of Teferi. I'll do it next turn. Pass the turn. Gross. You know what? I don't want to deal with Narset. Narset's a piece of shit card that just ruins fun for everybody. Like, nobody they're not enjoying playing Narset. At the same time, I'm not enjoying playing against Narset. Fuck that nonsense. I'm not having fun at all. I was barely holding together there, but yeah, I just needed any reason to leave at that point. Any reason. Just not having fun there. I don't care about counterspells. I never did. But the removal is what drives me up the wall. Decks that have that are focused entirely on that. I mean, I consider us to have a fairly large and substantial amount of removal in our own deck here. Like, that's where I call the limit, though. It's like 12 sources or something like that, with the hand hate involved in the picture. I think it's 12 sources. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 with all the hand hate included. We're casting ourselves a, alright, whatever. You shock that in. Here you go. Have a Thoughtseize. Oh, it's this deck. Yeah, no. I have a terrible hand for that. You don't want to be on the draw with that kind of hand. I have 0 removal for that shit. Fuck that. Okay, that's just a loss. If you're wondering, that is straight up a loss no matter how we look at it. It was banned in Legacy. If you're wondering. Puzzle box decks were just way too good in Narset. Yeah, no. Narset was not good. Okay, so we're getting absolutely shit on by the wrong decks and the wrong cards at the wrong time. Well, that said, one of them was the removal dot deck. I don't want to deal with Esper 1 at all. Or Bant, whatever you want to fucking call yourself these days. And then we just had a miserable, unusable hand versus the fucking Spirits. A completely unusable hand versus the Spirits. Mana is questionable, but we can open up and at least play a Jarell in some fashion here. What are we playing against? Gyruda? Okay, so we just get rid of their ramp. What the fuck are you? Okay, sure. Okay. We need blue badly. Very badly. But we'll see what they do on turn 3. Because we might be able to nuke that Gyruda out. No card's too good when it breaks old formats? Yeah. That card has destroyed me on nearly every deck I play. Claw. I mean, I guess. I really have nothing to use here. I have no usable cards because my blue won't show up. I got nothing, guys. I got nothing. I can get rid of the Gyruda, but this other stuff's kind of frightening. But if they're never going to play Gyruda, then obviously this makes this hand even worse. We need 1 blue source to at least have a little bit of control over the scenario. 2 blue sources to actually play our goddamn deck. Opponent, play goddamn Magic, please. Thank you. Sorry. When your hand's bad and you're just waiting for your opponent to cast one of their 50 awesome spells. Sure, yeah. Why not? That does nothing. I don't know why they even cast it. So they gain some life. I don't care about them gaining life. If we shut them down, then that's fine. Yeah, Claw does a thing. Okay. One less problem. Please go for the Gyruda so I can at least... Thank you. Now I can play that plan at least. Periodic, sure. So he's getting more garbage, luckily. We're getting by, but not getting by well, to say the least. Yeah, okay. Well, now we're not even drawing lands. We're Luminous brood moth is frightening as fuck. I got nothing, guys. I got nothing. Oh, they find the land. Of course they found the land to cast it. Ah! Mana Screw is fun. Yeah, there's nothing to glean from this game. Nothing to glean. I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing. I am so far behind that it just doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, there's nothing to learn from that. Like, I know that Magic's a learning experience, but Mana Screw is not a learning experience. It allows you to fight within the margins, yes, but when the margins no longer exist, it's time to get out of that game. That was a situation where the margins are gone. We did our play, we got rid of the Gyruda, but then it was just done. We're just done. Yeah, it's fine, like, whatever, we'd move on to the next game. Oh, the in-person thing might be a little bit more fun. Oh, look, no green! Fuck it. I'm keeping it anyway, I don't care. It's got cards that are valuable enough to me, ish. Jural's always a strong card, so it is what it is. There's our green. The fuck is this? Mana Weft Sliver is probably my target of whatever the nonsense. You know what? I don't even know what half of these do. They all do. They have the exact same name, so whatever. Welcome back, Shard. Now I have to read slivers all day. Sure. Slivers have menace. Our opponent can't cast anything? Lava Belly Sliver. That doesn't do anything to me. First Strike might do a little bit. Alright. If I were to guess, and I am definitely guessing, I'm guessing that I should probably just play Cheville, so our opponent definitely carefully considers how they play about this. They now know the first thing that they play is probably going to die. So that's the bait. Or, you know, they just do nothing. Yeah, whatever. Inquisition you. And take whatever threatening sliver you got. Like Cloud Shredder. That's threatening. I know that one. I know that one exists. They all do sliver things. They're basically merfolk as far as I look at them. Vomit too much shit onto the table. They were mana screwed, by the way. They vomit too much shit onto the table and die to a board wipe. That's kind of what they do. But they don't do anything impressive. They're just, here's a lord, here's another lord, here's another lord, here's another lord. That's why slivers and merfolk don't do anything. But yeah, that wasn't a real game either. Let's just do nothing. Again, nothing to really learn from it other than the fact that some cards have a little bit of text on them, I guess. Congrats on Silver, you guess? I mean, I guess. You could probably say the same thing for Mythic. Congrats on Mythic, I guess. Like, if I get there, I don't even give a shit. It doesn't matter. I'm probably not playing this game long enough because I don't have the card pool to support current meta. Like, I can play a little bit, come in every now and then, and that's fine. But we're probably gonna cycle it in. It'll be a seasonal thing, I think, with Magic. Just play a little bit of it and drop it out for other stuff. I like too many games in life. I love too many games in life to be sitting on one that's poorly done. Like, Magic, don't get me wrong, I love the game of Magic itself, but Arena is not a video game. It doesn't even qualify. This is one of those early alpha things that you give bad reviews on and let them go bankrupt. And literally, if Hasbro went bankrupt anyway, then they get bought out by a company that'll probably give this game more love, so win. As far as I look at it. Oh, we're on the draw versus red. Lovely. What are you doing, buddy? Crash through. Okay, you are whatever you're doing. Sure. Smoldering Egg, whatever the fuck this does. I should read this. Okay, so I have to kill this as a 2 mana, so Fatal Push is totally a thing. Or I just bounce the fucking thing. Bouncing the fucking thing seems pretty good. Oh, let's swing in. Some mono red, whatever it does. I'm not scared of Smoldering it. Brazen Borer will cover for it. Gutter Snipe, that's a problem. That is a problem. That right there is a problem. So I have to deal with that right now, sort of thing. That sucks. Give me, what's my blue source? This is my blue source. Alright, well, we'll tap them down. I have to deal with that right now. This is straight burn. This is 20 points of damage to the face. 21. Keep them tapping out on this anyway. And that egg never flips. We are probably going to die, though. To say the least. Warlord's Fury, sure. We have 0 removal in a match where we need removal. Big time. We're just not drawing them. I can't shockland anything in either. As much as I really, really want to get some lands rolling here, we can't shockland a goddamn thing. Alright, we can definitely Toski. We'll prevent combat, at the very least. You're a bit late. You're really late. Oh, they're doing all the setup. Luckily, they're just going overboard on the setup, at least. Okay, they have no spells! Okay, never mind, they have a spell. So what is this? Kessick Mouth Breather? Alright. Sure. Okay, so I have to deal with this one. That gains a slight, but also loses a slight. It's a net gain. Give me a token. Sure. Alright, let's get our second blue down. We've got some critters that we can suicide in with these little tokens from Valentine. But it's hard to say. More Kessick Mouth Breathers. Another Warlord's Fury. They have like... So that's all they have is Warlord's Fury and Crash Through? That's it? Gross. So burn is kind of, you know... Alright. You know what? I'm going to call it good. Burn is those, like, burn like this, specifically. Like, a red deck wins a class as a deck with a high, or a low floor, high ceiling for skill. Like, it, you know, depending on the player's skill, red deck wins can be any level. Burn is like the for those that can't do teach kind of deck. And for those that can't teach, they play burn. Not a deck you've faced before? I've never seen that kind of thing. But basically, I could see somebody looking at them sideways. And they'd probably, yeah. We don't have a lot of life gain in this deck. Had we supplemented some life gain, I could see this deck being extremely resilient against aggro. I just don't know where to supplement it. His hand's not great, but I mean, I gotta just take a shot in the dark. If our opponent's playing control, I'm probably not going to be here anyway, so fuck. Just play our top lands, buddy. You can do nothing. Sure. Sure. Carry on. I got nothing to do right now. Sure. I mean, I see Magma Opus and I'm like, oh, it's a Tybalt's Trickery. No, it's not. Oh, I know what this is. It ain't gonna fucking last too long. Sure. Yeah, sure. Resolve. Yeah, whatever. Barocca Progenitus, get fucked. So, you want to do that Mythic Mastery bullshit again? My turn. Tap land go. Fucking flood, man, but it doesn't seem to matter right now. The flood of a lifetime. Oh. I was almost considering bouncing the treasure. Almost. But that does negate the Brazen Borrower in the process. Alright. Gonna do anything with that while it's in the yard? My turn. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. What you up to over there? What do you do? It doesn't do anything to me. Scatter, dispute. Let's get rid of this lightning helix, I guess. Literally, there's absolutely nothing that threatens me right at this time. Anyway, your go. Their hand is a pile of nothing. So that's good. They can't do anything. I want to have a card draw effect available for that, if I can. Right now, it's just pointless to have it out there. You gonna discard? Oh wait, no, it's... Whose turn is it? It's my turn. They're not discarding, they're just gonna play something else. They're gonna blow all their Archmage's charms. They're literally doing nothing. Okay. The fuck was that? Oh, it's just all the garbage? Sure. They have a 3 damage sweeper anyway? Yeah, they do. But I can also drop Jor-El at a time where I can actually do more with it. Like, I can drop it when I have a lot of cards and negate that sweeper. Sure, I guess. Buddy, whatever. You're just gonna burn me out? Is that your plan? Nope, not even doing that. They're getting impatient is what they're getting. But they have a hard counter for creatures anyway, currently. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more land to put Jor-El out in those conditions. Right now, there's just nothing safe to put it out to. Again, it's just wait for them to give up with all their removal first. When all their removal's gone, then great. When they've discarded it all, then we'll fight through counters instead. Because right now, they don't know we have creatures. Gonna head to sleep? I'm surprised you're still here. Oh, goodness. Well, I suppose you did come back, sort of thing. Alright, well, we've got a grip of 7 cards. If they plan on doing a polymorph effect here, whatever, it's probably not going to work well. So what's this one do? 4 more card types in your graveyard. 1, 2, 2, 3. So you'd have to discard one. So we can just cast Phelan, but it would go into that counter spell, which is probably fine. Let's tax their counter spell, so we can at least land a Jor-El later and fight through their cards a little bit stronger. So here's a card. Done. We'll just skirmish with them for a little bit, I guess. Or at least try to skirmish with them a little bit. That's a problem. We might have a problem here. Torrential Gearhulk was not what I was expecting on the list of shit. Cancel. Resolve. Resolve. I'm going to clear the stack a little bit. Just tax them a little bit more. What else you got? Okay. So we're tapped down. They've had no valuable spells. I think it just might be a Gearhulk, Is It Burn? Or, you know, whatever. Is It Control-ish. They literally blew up all their treasures, so that's a good sign. I am concerned about a polymorph, though. There we go. Okay. Jarell. What are you gonna do with that? I'm gonna take some damage from this Gear Hulk. Surprised they still have 25 cards left in their deck. Holy shit, at the amount of draws they've been doing. Oh, randomly, let's have Teferi! Alright, I'm out. Again, just too much goddamn removal, people. Put some joy in your lives and, you know, have some self-respect for the amount of time you have in this world. Play a faster deck. All right, let's go for a win. Like I said, I'm probably at about 90 to 80%. When I say I was kind of like feeling just slightly ill, I'm at about 90 to 80%. So still reasonable, but I wouldn't mind taking a break. But let's go for a win here. So we'll go for a win, call it a day, sitting within our relative 3-hour stream period here. That's a questionable win, but we can definitely question on whether or not this win's going to win. So we'll start with a, I guess a... Yeah, we'll go with Clearwater, it's fine. Clearwater Relic. Our secondary plan here is, so we can go Jarell. If Jarell hits removal, then we go Jarell Relic. Ideally, we'll find our second blue, but it ain't happening yet. Someone playing a Snarl says something about potential mana. Anyway. Cheville is the thing. I'm going to go with one of these and one of these. We need to find a blue source, so let's fucking find it. God damn it, it's Botanical Sanctum. Of course it is. Ah! Sorin. Yep. Vampire comes out. Vampire is meme or totally good. Nope, it is fine. Okay, well, we're going to pop you off. Or we're going to Inquisition your shit. Enjoy that. And we're going to totally nail this Maverick Fane, because that's fucking frightening. Alright, so now, Cheville goes in. Are you losing Sorin or Legion Lieutenant? I'm not complaining about the result, to say the least. End turn. So they're going with the Exquisite Blood combo. They're going to get a shitty little Marauding Blight Priest out, or they're going to plus a token here. We'll see. If they plus, then I'm not concerned. Sure. And no blocks. You know what? I can leave Cheville alone. Honestly, let's just leave Cheville alone. They have to find a way to deal with it. Yeah, I'm totally cool with that. No attacks. Just leave you with nothing. Wizard Blood. Sure, that gains you some life, sure. Sure. If they bring in the secondary Legion Lieutenant, I will block with Sven. They will not. So we're kind of in this stagnant point here where we can't do a goddamn thing except for hope that we draw something that can actually interact, like, you know, a fatal push, a fucking anything, really. Like, come on. I mean, they can totally helix. They haven't helixed yet. Helix would break up some of the stuff. I mean, we have 3 legends out and all the copies of the same legends in our hand. What can I say, right? This is why I have the draw discard available in the deck. Our opponent can't interact whatsoever. They've got a scry to the top, which means we got to move fast. Really fast. Sure. How do you come into this picture? I'll just put a big fat 4/4 in the way, I guess. Fuck it. Now Cheville fucking... Yeah, sure. Oathsworn Vampire. It's not that particularly great, but sure, you got it. Helix. Gets rid of the Cheville. Okay. Oathsworn comes down. So now that's how they deal with the Cheville. We're drawing the exact same cards. We're drawing like 3 different cards in the entire deck. That is it. That is all. All right, take care. We're playing a deck of about 2 or 3 cards. It fucking sucks. Ah, stop it. One less Sorin. Come on, man. We've drawn no land. We've drawn these cards. Oh, yeah, and these cards. We have literally drawn an entire freaking poker hand. That Dustborn Sky Marcher is frightening and is a threat. And they are literally just slicing and dicing through our shit right now. I need a kill spell. I need to get rid of these lieutenants, for one. But that Oathsworn Vampire is also threatening. I just can't do anything. Fuck me. Okay, the land is way too late. You know what? We're going to call this game a fucking wash. This game has been literally draw all of your legends and none of your interactive spells whatsoever. We are way past needing a kill spell at that point. There's only so many turns you can go there. That was literally just a deck rolling over and dying to a draft deck sort of draw. You know what I'm talking about. Those draws where you literally will lose to a draft deck and you know it. That is what we just ran into. Yeah. Oh, well. Like I said, we'll go for a win. Whenever I say we'll go for a win, that's when you suddenly have the shittiest draws of your life. It's like, come on. No, we need to play the best damn gaming whatever here of our life right now. Let's go. We need this win. I need a break. I need a break, so therefore I need a win. That is my condition. So I spiral into madness as the deck goes spiraling into God knows whatever it is. An Infernal Grasp with a Cheville is fine. I'll take it. Our opponent playing cards. Our counterplay to that is we will literally just Inquisition them. Are they on the play with some... Okay. It's just mill. So there's didn't say please, just doesn't matter, but hey, we'll just take some more shit from them. So, they can waste their life. Doesn't matter to me. So we're just going to wait until something other than a land shows up. Because literally they are just playing permission, and all we have to do is just have a combination of hand hate and a threat. And that's it. As you can see, they're doing nothing. They can't mill us. They have no idea how to. They're relying on us to do it. Okay. So that's cost a shitload to escape. That's alright. Alright. You. Are you literally going to just counter the first thing you see? Okay. I know I could have played land. Let's look more threatening. You know what? This is just burn again. This is just fucking burn. As usual. So, if you're wondering, this is burn. Red is burned, this is burn. That's why nobody respects these decks. Okay, so our hands are just absolutely taking a dumpster. It turns out that taking an interactive hand is not good, and taking a non-interactive hand is not good either. So, we either got to have a nice healthy mix. Mulligan is a last resort with these kind of decks. You want your card advantage. But at the same time, the quality of our hands has had quite a nosedive from the quality of our hands from the beginning of the stream, to say the least. This is the other half of random over here. Sure. Double blue is obviously what this is all predicated on here, and if we get any of it, this is nothing but fuck this nonsense. I'm out. Fuck that. Again, there's just too many removal in this tier of rank. There's just too much of it. We've seen a couple interactive decks, but or proper interactive decks, and not just because I'm hard to decide if a deck is interactive if it just slaps some board wipes down. It's like, I interacted, yay! I just cleaned up whatever it was. I didn't care. that they do have an interactive deck. It's just overboard. The skew towards I'm going to waste an hour of your life is not exactly what I like. If you're going to waste an hour of my life, it better be a fucking head-to-head that's fucking, like, amazing. Not, I can't get a threat out and you can't fucking produce a threat. That's not interactive. That's not head-to-head. That's not an interesting match. That's just, I'll move on and find a more interesting person. That said, if this were paper magic, that'd probably be a little bit more fun, because then I could tell that to my opponent's face. Okay, relic. So this is a turn 1 relic, turn 2 shovel, turn 3 Jarell, I would assume. Oh, gross. Alright. Those times when you just want... Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So we'll go with this. Turn 4... Shovel. Shovel goes down. Pass the turn. Shovel marks something, marks his territory. That means that I don't have to burn the relic, and Jarell gets a draw card. So whatever this is. It's okay. I didn't realize they had 2-mana version of that card. I'm going to get rid of the flyer. That's not bad. Okay, so. Jarell. Second card for the turn. Orator, very much grounded now. Done! We got our win! All it took was finding life gain again. Just had to find the life gain deck again. the deck that I target every time, because apparently it was at least the most common at one point in time. I guess everyone's on a control freak kick right now. So, I mean, I guess if you want to be a control freak, sure. But those are the decks that I'm aiming for, mid-rangey shit. So that's why the Croxa decks were subject to the same thing. It's like, well, yeah, we can take out those decks and, you know, the graveyard shenanigans and so on. But the straight control, very difficult. Our best of 3 sideboard is taking work. It is taking time. So we'll get there. Waiting for server. We'll get there. I want to do a quick review at the end of the stream here. Okay, so sideboard, we'll get there. I would like to flip the script on this one so I can actually see a sideboard properly here. There's all this blank space on the screen, but we'll take this. All right, so like I would literally like to just drag this out here, and just, yeah, we don't need this much space. We just put it out here. That's how I would do this card, so you can see all the cards at once. It's just like you click this and it just goes whoop, whoop, and there's your sideboard. But anyway, since that's not how they do it, that way you can see all your cards at once, and then you can just flip it back when you're done. But at least you see all the information, you can still function with this side. That's how I would look at it. Anyway, they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to actually spend money on the game. I've spent more money on this game than they have. That's what I keep saying. Anyway, so relics, more relics to straight up hammer home the graveyard decks. May set that just simply to 3. Who knows? Because we have the Scrap Heap Scroungers and Skyclave Shades as our alternatives. I'm not sure if I want to just have more of this effect, because it seems like that deck is everywhere, and I would just like to have more of this. Is what it feels like. Like, bring in these, bring in the Riders, bring in a Negate, and maybe a Stroke. I would bring in a lot for that particular match. That feels like we're so much a dog in the removal heavy decks that I would just want to bring in this. So that's kind of where I'm looking at this. It's kind of separate. Yeah, so second Negate sounds good. I'm thinking second Negate, Skyclave. Any other interesting escape mechanics? We don't put a lot to the graveyard, but we will more likely have stuff in the graveyard if that's the case. Yeah, I'd go somewhere closer to here. I'd say this is probably the 15 cards for now. Can we, like, say... Oh, okay, there, now everything's together. There, that looks better. That's driving me up the wall. Okay, yeah, I would put with this as the starting 15 we would go with. Like I said, I want to do this deck a lot more, kind of get the feel for it, and, you know, we'll test things. So we'll be testing some best of 3 and then working through to the next one. And I'll review over some of the cards that may or not be... that we've done today that may or may not be performing as necessary, because a lot of the things feel low power, but as soon as they kick into high power, like, they're spectacular. Like Valentine does nothing, but it shuts down graveyard decks quite nicely. Like this plus Croxa says they're done. No Croxa, for example. That's a strong example of it. Cheville seems fine, does what Cheville does. 2 copies, perfect. I'm happy with it. 2 copies is fine. Sven was fine. Sven's having a hard time with mana. Heirloom Mirror, I would probably set to a 2. Probably diversify some of the removal. Maybe we'll just drop Relic down to 1 copy. It does do what it's supposed to with Jarell, but a lot of times it just came up too often and just not doing anything. So, yeah, I would probably go -1 Heirloom, minus the Relic of Progenitus, put something else in there. Just not sure what that is, but that's what I figure out between now and next time. Although, I will say next time, let's see if we can get 3 hours worth for our 3-hour stream. 3 hours worth of Amulet. of course. So this is me trying Amulet with some of the things that I haven't tried out yet, that I haven't had a chance to play with. So this is a general list of random stuff. Inquisition is not helping, but it is helping. I'll say that. Abundant Harvest is not helping, but is helping. Dig Up is spectacular for an Amulet deck, because you get to tutor up your Amulet or whatever else you happen to need, but still get... Because the thing with Amulet deck is, I need my lands early, but I don't want to draw them after that. So Dig Up fits with the get the lands early, while still getting something relevant later. So I think Dig Up is probably like secretly one of the best Amulet cards. It's really, really, really good. Hunt for Specimens is just a attempt in learning if Learn works in this. So that's where that's going. Explore for our ramp. Regrowth for the regrowth shenanigans. We were doing it with the 3 mana one perfectly fine, but when an amulet's out and we cast 4 mana to flip an amulet, hell yeah! Because we regrowth, 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 regrowth. Some Cram Session for some life gain. It's really spectacular, obviously, when you're gaining a ridiculous amount of life and learning as much as you possibly can. Some Ink to Extinction, just to deal with random planeswalkers. Some Extinction Vent and Languish. Don't know the numbers that we need there, but I'm sure that there's some sort of combination that would work. Not sure yet. 4 Primal Amulets. After that, I would say that the deck I'm working on needing some appropriate card draw. That's about where it's at. This is clearly just the 7-card sideboard of random shit that happens to work with the deck. Environmental Sciences, a 4 of, simply because we're flipping an amulet. So we need to go Cram Session into Environmental Sciences, 2 cards immediately. Boom, boom. Also giving you that land appropriate towards possibly getting something else to work. So we need card draw. Inquisition is intended to get rid of the hate towards amulet as we normally have. Sometimes it's dead, sometimes it's not. That's where the card draw comes in. We need some sort of draw discard or something going on there. That's where I'm going to work on that for probably next stream. So one of these 2 decks is going to be next stream. I'll probably rotate it. Either way, that's what we're looking at as 2 options. I'm going to star that one so we don't forget it for later. So the zombies was fun. I'm starring everything that we're doing during this session so that I know what's up. Just so that I know how to sort all this stuff. So if I have a cool idea for the zombies to make them not suck suddenly, great. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. That was our Sultai rock deck. It did do some stuff, fell a little underpowered in a couple scenarios. That's what we're trying to work for. We're trying to turn it from brew to proper deck. It definitely has some win stuff. So we'll be probably firing this into a best of 3. I will find the card for next time that works for it, and we'll run through the motions. Next time we play it, I should say. We'll probably play Amulet next. Anyway, take care. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and bye-bye.